Okay, don't mind the outfit. I was literally just like playing dress up. Okay, that's why I kind of look a little. Oh, anyways, but I came to the point. I came to the realization that you know sometimes it's a friend that lets you down, but then it's just a friend. It's just like water. There's no relationship. There's no. I mean, there's a connection, of course, for surely, but like there's no. It doesn't run as deep as like blood, and but that's when it hurts. When it's blood that turns their back on you, and that's when you realize like you thought that even when everybody had you pinned up in the corner, the least you could have had was a blood relative standing up for you. And then it disappoints you when you see that that person is the one standing in front of you with that crowd. And that's when you realize you truly are alone. Sometimes, before it was that family was just blood. But nowadays, it's like they say you could choose your family. And me, I'm choosing because, like, no. Like, it's not hitting for that. And, there's nothing that I hate in life. The only thing that I hate probably is the fact that my problem is that the people who do me dirty and roll my name through the mud, like I always let them back because I'm just a forgiving person, and I loathe myself for just taking these people back and allowing them to keep doing what they're doing. And the forgiveness that I have in me, it's not something that's gonna go away. It's just that I believe like anybody could be great. Like if people really wanted to try to do better, like they could, and then they come back as the same person and they just do the same fucking passings again. And then you leave my life and then you come back and you leave and you come back, and it's just like it's a cycle. And it's like I tell myself, like, for a friend, you can say this, you could say that. It doesn't really matter, it's just words. But then when those words start coming from a familiar face, a face you've known your whole life, that's when it starts to hurt, because you just, especially from a parent, especially from a parent, because you think like, if you had kids, are these things that you would say to your kids? Most likely not. But the thing is that from even like the people who we don't want to be with, you learn something from them. And it's the same thing with your parents, They also teach you of traits that you do want to take from them and traits that you don't want to take from them. The things that you do want to say and the things that you don't. The things that you want to do and the things that you don't want to do. But from everything in life, you take something, and that's the important thing. It's the picking apart and deciding what's the good things to take, what's the bad things to take. And I can tell you guys, from a lot of the people I've been around, there's almost nothing that I want to take. There's nothing at all. Why do you think that you find this person in front of me? Because this is what the exact opposite of that looks like. This right in front of me. But honestly, you don't blame those people, because what happens is one day they have to get old, and you know what? After all that disrespect and all that stuff you have to say about your own children or your own cousins or your own blood, what happens? It puts you in a nursing home. Yeah, kudos to them nurses who finna be taking care of you, because this is what you wanted, right? This is why you did all that, because you wanted a caregiver. Now you have one. You're welcome. No. I couldn't be that person. And that's because my gift is that, well, those people who do me dirty, I show up again. And that's to show them that no matter how evil you choose to be, no matter the despair you choose to run around with, it will never affect me, and I will keep coming out as a beautiful person in the end. That's the same way that no matter who's doing dirt to me right now, whether blood or fucking water, whatever the case may be, when the future time comes and it's our time to go, if you're first, well, I want you to see that I'm going to be right there. And all that shit you did to me, if you don't have dementia by then I want you to sit there with me and really look. And be like, yeah, this is the one right here. slandered his name. This is the one I bashed, the one I said all these bad things about, the one I lied on and did all this. And look, all those people you were telling aren't even the ones beside you. But the one who you painted as that evil, corrupt punk nigga, me, is the one there. And that's my gift. The gift of regret, the gift of remorse, and the gift of forgiveness. And that's why I forgive, because, you know, potential, it runs deep. But for family, it's like, you know, like, we're supposed to be blood. Like, how are you doing that in the first place? Like, you're moving funky. Like, it's giving skunk vibes. Like, I'm not fucking with you or that smell, boo. I think you gotta go for really. But that's when the surprise, because, like, you think, like, you just pay attention to the friends, but, like, when you have to start paying attention to the family, it's like, damn, you really ain't safe nowhere. Like, you thought you could come home and be comfy? No, you got ops sleeping in the house with you, next door, in the fucking room beside you. Like, no, keep your eyes open. Don't even go to sleep at night. Fuck. But for real, that's when you know it's gotten severe. And that's when you know, like, you gotta get up out of there. You gotta get up out of there. You gotta go get PC'd up. Go get security services. Go stay in a motel. Go stay in a hotel. Go stay somewhere. Because when the ops is sleeping in the same house as you and they're outside, flee the country. Flee. Immediately. Matter of fact, I'll pay for your plane ticket. I will. Because, you know, also a reason why your family is against you is because just like, you know, for like the older people, you know, the older ways, like some of them are really single-minded. Like they're not open-minded at all. Like they cannot get away from what other people think. All they care about is what other people think of their own children, but they don't even worry about what they think because they're too busy worried about what other people think, and then that dictates their fucking response to their own fucking children. And it's like, pitiful. And on top of it is religious belief, of course. And that's, I don't even want to say understandable, because at the end of the day, they're still your child. And I feel like you should love your child regardless of who they are. Or maybe that's just me, and, you know, maybe I'm the crazy one. And maybe we should really just, like, slam the door in our children's face. Make our children dislike us. And then later on when they grow up, and then we realize that our child no longer wants to be us, to be a part of their life, then we're gonna look at ourselves like, oh, what did we do? Like, what did I do for you to do this? But the whole time was because you're pushing them away. It was because you want to, like, be selective on what they do. You want to fucking run their life for them. You don't want to be open-minded to what they're talking about, and you want to push your beliefs down their throat. But you know what? Maybe that's what it means to be a parent, you know? Maybe being a parent is reminding your kids of how much that they are unloved, and that no matter the person that they are or choose to be, you will never be accepted by me or by religious belief, because, like, even though you're my child and whatever the case may be, and I'm supposed to love you, doesn't mean I necessarily will love you. And regardless of that fact, if other people, I will sit there and use you as an example for other people of how to realize things and do this and go outside in front of people and talk about my children, the same ones that I don't even spend time with, but I'm gonna sit over here and tell them about fucking dreams in my fucking head, because it ain't no fucking reality, because you're not even fucking there with your fucking kids. But you know, nowadays many things are just decided by the person who's wearing the shoes. So I don't really know what it means to be anything nowadays, especially not a parent. So honestly, I just don't get things anymore. That's why I just choose not to exist, because when I just don't understand things, I just, like, die. Like, just, like, remove me from the whole earth at this point. Like, get somebody else to fucking do it. But yeah, I kind of went off track, so I had to vent a little bit, guys. Like, I've been a little bit stressed out, literally. But yeah, I just want to get that off my chest. But now I'm feeling cute, classy cunt again. So yeah, that's all I had to say for today. So watch out for the ops, guys. Sometimes they're outside, but sometimes they're in. Figure it out and get the fuck up out of there. And that's all I gotta say for today. I'm gonna catch you guys later. Okay, bye-bye.